What's going on? My name is Cole Gonzalez, CEO and co-founder of OSSA.AI. Here's my TikTok right here. Here's OSSA.AI. If you don't know what OSSA.AI is, it is the #1 AI platform for short-form content creators. We have many creators crushing every single day. Specifically today, I want to dive into Brad Gaines. And if you don't know who Brad Gaines is, here he is. He's a content creator. He started in content probably 10 years ago in fitness. Now he's in the AI space, so he has a pretty nice following on Instagram, 50,000 followers, and around 30,000, I believe, yes, on Facebook. So he's absolutely crushing it. He's using OSSA.AI. He's leveraging it as a tool, and we'll dive into this in a second. I have a mural board to show you guys so you can potentially use his framework to support your own personal brand, your own business, but he's using OSSA.AI to increase engagement, get more leads for his business. So he's collecting emails through a ManyChat automation, which I'll show you guys what that means too. And overall, he's just increasing engagement, getting more leads, producing more content, saving time. Basically, he's checking all the boxes of any personal brand owner or business owner. So I want to dive into this and show you guys how this works so that if you're someone that is trying to create a personal brand or you're trying to get more leads for your business, you're trying to grow an email list, any of these things, I want to show you how you could use OSSA.AI to serve that need. So hopping into it, right? I think the most important thing for everyone to understand as I kind of pull up the OSSA.AI website here. So this is the create page. This is where you create videos. The most important thing to understand is OSSA.AI is not the end all be all for content creation. It's really not, which is probably something you don't really hear from a founder. We don't guarantee virality. Just because you use our platform doesn't mean every video is going to perform. But what's important about that, and this and our other competitors market as this is how you go viral, use our platform. It's just simply not true because content creation requires expertise. It requires understanding how to write a script. It requires knowing how to evaluate a piece of content and then come back and change the script and change the parameters, right? It's an ongoing process. And the main thing I want anyone to understand is that OSSA.AI is a tool and it's as powerful as the person wielding the tool. And if we were to guarantee virality, it would guarantee that you have no role in the creative process. So I just want to make that clear. So starting off, right, and I'll show one of Brad's videos pretty shortly here, but the first thing to know is that he's using it as a tool. He's using it to create the base video. And as I kind of pull this up here and I pull up Brad Gaines' content right here, you'll notice that you can see he does personal branding content where he talks about AI websites. And for context, he has this newsletter, this list of really valuable AI tools. So he collects people's emails and then he gives them that list. And now he has a lead, right? So kind of diving into it here, you'll see, so this is a personal video of him, personal video. These are all personal videos. Here's his first OSSA.AI video. It did 30K views. And I want to just play it, let you guys watch it, and then we'll kind of dissect it. And I'll show you how he actually did this.
Websites to boost your productivity, and we save the best for last. Asaii.app. Easily summarize YouTube videos. WriteSonic.com. Write 10 times faster with AI. Perplexity.ai. Your AI research companion. TIDV.io. Generate AI meeting summaries. Opus.pro. Create viral short from videos with AI. Dectopus.com. An AI presentation builder. 10web.io. Create a websites fast with AI. StockEMG.ai. AI stock images you can use. Midjourney.com. An AI image generator. RunwayML.com. AI text to video. Comment the word list for our mega list of over 6,000 AI websites and follow for more ninja AI tools.
All right, a lot to digest there. If you don't know the OSSA.AI platform, you might be like, how was this made with AI? I'll make it really simple. I broke it down step by step. So the first thing to understand is that these images that he's bringing in are being brought in CapCut. The actual base video, the images that you see, the text on the actual screen, the subtitles, that's all generated with OSSA.AI, and I'll show you how that actually works in a second here. But he's actually taking his video, he's creating the base video in OSSA.AI, then he runs it into CapCut real quick, adds these assets, right? So you saw like WriteSonic, you saw this little asset he added, Perplexity, Asaii, Runway. So he's adding these little images in, which takes him a few minutes, probably 5 minutes. I talked to him in a podcast, which I'll probably link once it's out here. But he essentially adds that, and then he adds music as well in CapCut, and then he obviously downloads the video from CapCut, and then he posts it to Facebook and Instagram, which are his main platforms. Now, how did we even get here? Well, let's just go here and go through it real quick. Super simple. So here's the actual create page, right? on the create page of Asaii, you can grab a voice, right? So he picked a voice here. You can play it. You can listen. So if we want to do, for example, Jack.
Making influence accessible to everyone.
We could click there. These are 11 Labs voices. We have a partnership with them through their startup program. So shout out to 11 Labs. The style, so he's using RPG video game, I believe. So we would click there. And then for the subtitle font, this is simply just the actual subtitle font on the screen, right? So not sure which one he was using, but we'll just grab one and we'll go ahead and do this. Actually, you know what? I believe he's using animated cartoon. I guess we'll see. So hopping into it, we save it here. Video pacing, this just determines how fast the images are coming in and out of the video. So if you're a content creator, you understand that pacing is really important, right? If you're trying to have a suspenseful, or let's just say a more sad, kind of depressing video, you don't want like a bunch of transitions really disrupting the flow of the video. So in that specific example, it looked like he was using normal pace. So we'll go with normal pace. If you were to do fast paced, it would be like image, image, image. It'd be a lot faster, right? Maybe a motivational video is more well suited for fast pace versus a depressing, sad video is better for slow paced, right? Maybe something more cinematic. You want less images coming in and out, right? And then basically you can save this as a default, which he probably has a default for him, for his specific brand. Very important is you'll notice as we kind of look through here that he's using the same exact default that he has pre-saved for his specific brand, right? Because we want to create familiarity when we're creating content. Content creation is not random. We want to stick to a specific branding style so that as people scroll and they come back to our content, like, oh, like this is Brad Gaines' video. I recognize that style of video. See how that works? So that is possible with Asaii here. And then here we have the script. So I just I basically wrote up a script similar to what he's doing. So we've researched over 6,000 AI websites. Here are 3 of some of the best, right? And if you want our spreadsheet, head over to Ninja AI tools, right? So I just wrote this up. This is the actual script. Understand that we're not prompt to video, which is once again, something that all of our other quote competitors are doing is they're focused on how do we make it as easy as possible for you to just get a video. But what happens with prompt to video is you have no control over that video. And then you'll end up posting it and it might perform, but how do you come back and replicate the process? You can't. And that is content creation in general. I'm going to test a hypothesis. I'm going to write a script and edit my video or not edit my video or put this type of music behind it and see how it performs. And then I need to come back and if that video performs, I need to replicate that process. I need to change little things. If you don't have that feedback loop, then the tool is not meant for social media because it does not follow the main laws of social media. So with Asaii, that's why we're script to video, not prompt to video, because content creation is not random. So as we went through voice, style, subtitle font, pacing, we saved it as a default in case we want to come back and use this again. Subtitle color, straightforward. That's just the color. We just went with yellow. And then here's the actual script that is copy and pasted. And then from there, you can see the estimated length is 35 seconds. Why is that? Because the voice, right, Jack is going to read this over word for word, and it's going to take him about 35 seconds estimated to read over this entire script. So that'll be the length of the video. From there, we're going to hit create video. Boom, the video is going to send to our back end, and then your job is done here. Go get, a cup of coffee, go hang out, go call your girlfriend, go get a sandwich, and let us, our back end do the job for you. So everything is completely AI generated. There's no stock footage. There's no cookie cutter templates. This is absolutely uniquely generated to your inputs, which I personally think is absolutely incredible. And it's totally missing in a lot of these other AI tools is they're templatizing content. Now, while that video is going ahead and being created in our backend, then what we want to look at is, like I said, so we just went through this process here. We went to the create page. After the video is done, we're going to download the video, right? You can see it's X'd out because it has to create first, right? But here, like for the example, this video, we could download it if we wanted. And then from there, he sends it over into CapCut on his phone. He adds his personal assets, his personal touch unique to his brand. And then he adds the music. And then from there, export the video, post to Facebook and Instagram. Now, while this video is still being generated, which, on average could take 12 to 16 minutes, sometimes faster, sometimes slower. That's something we're working on. I want to show you guys something that is incredibly powerful. I'm in a influencer group with over, I believe, 60 AI creators that I created. This group, it's a mastermind group, and I want to share some sauce with you guys. Everyone is using ManyChat in the AI space. And even in the personal brand space, if you look at some of the biggest personal brand creators in the world, you'll probably notice on Instagram, especially on Instagram, because this is where it works, that they always say, comment this to get something, right? Comment this and I'll DM you it. What's happening there is they're using this thing called ManyChat. And if you don't know what ManyChat is, I'm going to link this mirror board so you guys can come and like take a look at this and look. But if you click here, I linked this guy's video. I don't know this guy, but shout out to Josh. He breaks down essentially how to actually use ManyChat. And high level, what it is basically if you have your community or your following or just anyone who sees your video comment a certain word, it'll set off an automation in your DMs to send them, to go ahead and send them some sort of asset. You can set up a automated message to send them a link, to send them a PDF, really anything. And this is really powerful for scaling, you know, your ability to communicate with your audience. But how Brad is using it specifically is, especially in this video here, he said, comment the word list if you saw that, if you were listening to that video. And what happened is he got around, I think, 150 or 200 comments of people saying list. And then he has an automation set up through ManyChat to detect the word list and then to DM those people. And then they get a DM and then it has his message of like, hey, you know, thanks for reaching out, whatever. Here's, you know, click here to get access to the list. And then it lands on an opt-in page like this. He collects the email and boom, he has a warm lead. So he's basically using this to bring it full circle. He's using Asaii to generate the base video. He adds a couple things to really make it unique to his brand, which I think is really cool and really important, is don't feel like you need to just take the video from Asaii and post it as it is. Feel free to add a little extra touch of whatever is unique to your brand. I think that's really important. And then what he does is he posts it to Instagram and Facebook. This video got 30K on Instagram. I'm not sure how many on Facebook, but you can see he got 323 comments on Facebook. Pretty impressive there. So across both platforms, probably 300, 400 comments, because you can see some of these are actually him replying, right? Because that's part of the automation, it replies. So probably half of these are actual comments. And then they get that automation, right? The video performs, he collects warm leads for his email list, and then boom, he can do whatever he needs to do with his business to nurture those leads, to sell them something. So he's basically using this to automate the collection of attention in emails for his business. And he's not the only person. This is just a use case, a specific case study I wanted to show you guys. Now, some of the key points here. Number one, Brad is using Asaii as a tool. He's not relying on it solely to create content that is relevant to his brand and resonates with his audience. This is really important because I want everyone to understand that Asaii is just a tool, just like ChatGPT is a tool, right? You don't just prompt ChatGPT to write you a newsletter and then post it, right? Or you don't just say, write me an essay and then you submit it, you know, in school. You kind of refine it, right? You make it unique to you. Now, are some people, like for example, Lisa, which I'll do a video on her sometime in the future here. So if I just pulled her up, right? So are some people able to do this because they really understand content creation? So this individual, Lisa, she's been using the platform since the 1st of February, where we launched in early access. And you can see she's basically doing a similar Brad Gaines strategy, a little bit more simple, where she creates an entire video in the hyperrealism style, and then she adds a little thumbnail over it. She's doing like a series, right? So you can see part 23, part 24, part 25. And these videos are doing pretty decently, you know, probably averaging 10K views, somewhere around there, right? Some of them, you know, aren't going to perform as well. That's social media for you. But she's doing series, right? So see how these creators are not just like, I'm going to use Asaii to do everything, and I'm not going to add any creative touch. I'm not going to leverage my other expertise of how could I really create more leverage in this tool, right? So in her example, she's doing a series, right? And she adds a thumbnail. So these little things are super important because, like I said, Asaii is a tool. It's not the end-all be-all for everything short form, right? All these creators still add music on the platforms, right? They add a thumbnail. They add maybe a little asset that's unique to them. So I think that's just a really important example. We have two examples here. We have Lisa, right? We have Brad Gaines. And then kind of coming back over here, right? So also Brad uses the same Asaii style, right? As we talked about, across all content to establish brand and familiarity with his audience. Notice how all of his videos here are in the same style, right? He's not switching to hyperrealism. And then if we come back here, You know, he's not switching to hyperrealism and then, you know, heroic fantasy and then steampunk. He's sticking to the same style. Very important, right? We talk about brand familiarity and consistency. When we're creating content, it's important that over time, as we have more content going out, when people are scrolling on these For You pages, that you're able to establish some familiarity of like, oh, it's in that style with that font. I know this type of video. It's Brad's video, right? But if you're being random with how you're picking different styles and different topics, right? People are going to follow for a specific type of video, and then they're going to expect that there's going to be more content like that. So that's, you know, you're really taking some insight from how these creators are using the tool. It's the way to use the tool, obviously, because, you know, they're crushing it. And then as we talked about, Brad uses ManyChat to automate the collection of emails for his business. And then Brad's also cross-posting to multiple platforms to get more engagement, right? He's not just posting to Facebook or Instagram, he's posting to both. And then the last thing here, this is pretty interesting. Brad's Asaii videos are performing better than his personal videos of him on camera on average. Not all of them, right? Because there's always exceptions to the rule. But on average, we're basically seeing that most of his Asaii videos are actually doing better than his personal brand videos, which is really cool. And it's awesome for him. Now look here. So 14,000 views. This is from his Instagram profile, 6,000 views. This one was that first one I showed you, 30,000 views. This one is just posted like 30 minutes ago, an hour ago. So I made this just a little bit ago. You can see that's obviously not getting pushed yet, but brand new video. But you can see here, a lot of these videos, this one obviously did 8,000 views, but it's a testament to how powerful the tool is if you can really understand how to use it. And that's pretty much it. Just wanted to run through one way of how you can use Asaii. Granted, there's many different ways that people are using it. I think this serves a greater understanding of the tool is a tool and you can use it in many different ways, but don't be afraid to add your little touch to content, right? And make it more personal to your brand, right? If I'm a business, which this is a business, it's Brad's personal brand and his business, then my goal is to make my content unique to my brand, right? So anything I can do to really distinguish my content to make it unique to my brand is a very powerful thing. So you can see here that obviously Brad has a great understanding of content creation. He takes that understanding and he combines it with Asaii, and these are the type of results he's getting. So I'm going to pause this real quick. I'm going to go fill up my coffee, and then we're going to come back, take a look at that video I generated, and then we'll probably end this video. All right, got my coffee, and here's the final video.
We have researched over 6,000 AI websites, and these 3 are some of the best. And if you want our spreadsheet of over 6,000 AI websites, head over to ninjaaitools.com. Number 1, WeTransfer. Transfer any big file with just a few clicks. Number 2, Pixel Hunter, free AI image resizer for social media. Number 3, Copy Character, copy special characters and emojis. Comment AI to get my list 6,000 websites sent to your direct messages. Be sure to follow for more Ninja AI websites. We have researched.
And there you have it. It's that simple. So hope you guys enjoyed this whole video. You got some value out of it. Brad's really killing it, so highly recommend. I'll drop his socials in the link below. A couple other resources to help with content creation, especially with Asaii. In case you guys want to try Asaii, I have great news. We do have a free forever plan. Just go to the website and then click here to activate your plan. You're going to be asked to create an account and then go ahead and start your plan. So have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.